Alright, hello and welcome back to Creeper World 2. The last one we didn't have the main music on this one we do. And I have to set the volume mixer to just 1 to even have it not be really loud, so that'll be a temporary thing just for this episode. Let's see. But anyways, we were going to Day 4. UC 1004. Let's also turn this down again so it doesn't destroy my ears once I finish the mission, of course. Anyways, let's begin. Commander Joven, where do I begin? Sir? Your comments on the liberation of Taurus didn't go unnoticed. You caused quite the stir. The Council wanted to have you relieved of command. I see, sir. Varro entered the coordinates for Colony Prime. You will Not so fast, Commander. CENTCOM was persuaded to reconsider. Sir, you will continue to fight the Creeper, but on planets with little significance to the NHA. I am transmitting a list of mission coordinates. You will visit these planets in order and eradicate the Creeper. You'll begin here on UC 1004. And X, one last thing. You're right. I would never have dismissed your observations on our enemy so easily. Abraxis out. What's that on your scanner, Lieutenant? This world never had a colony. Wait a sec. You're right. There appears to be a technological remnant here. But if there was never a colony here, how could there be some remnant? Perhaps Admiral Abraxis didn't just allow CENTCOM to reassign us to insignificant worlds after all. Let's check it out, Varro. And clean this rock up. Alright, so we can see the remnant right there. Of course, now we're no longer starting with any units, so let's start. So we have 4 emitters now. We have 2 remnants across the map. We're also going to check out the ground cost over there. So that ground costs 25 to dig up. Nice. Got some decayable terrain. Seems like we'll still be relatively safe from the Creeper, though. Let's get this remnant. Of course, we'll need a maker for that remnant, because the remnant does provide us with ore. But we need to obtain it first, so we need 20 energy for that. Perhaps let's just deactivate this completely. Focus on energy instead. Right. Dex have analyzed the remnant, but I am unable to identify its purpose or point of origin. Could it be a probe? Space debris? Neither are likely. The remnant is mostly made from ore, which is much too heavy for use in a probe. It is built according to common construction patterns, so it can't be a fallen meteor. We should construct a maker on the ledge and use the ore from this remnant to synthesize anti-creeper. Sound plan. Flooding the chamber below with anti-creeper would make the assault on the emitters much easier. Right, that is true. Very true, very true. Dex Joven. Of course, we started with 2,500 of that remnant, so we could do quite the number on the Creeper. We may as well focus on this emitter first, as it also leads to another remnant that we could also use. We'll make another maker now. Also make that produce 4 times. Put down... I didn't know that was right. Okay, there we go. Need to put down beacons on the edges. Get more area. Also need a blaster. have that maker handle that area now. So yeah, we're building into a deficit, but that's perfectly fine. We'll increase packet speed for now. Build our first nullifier. Okay. So reactors go down. So is that nullifier. 2 packet speed again. Like this remnant. We've only used a couple, so let's actually build 2 more. We need to expedite the usage of that EC. This remnant is just like the other one. If they aren't probes and there's never been a colony on UC 1004, how could 1004? How could it have gotten here? What could it be? I don't know, Varro, but I'm starting to think Admiral Abraxis sent us here with something in mind. Perhaps. Perhaps he did. I'll have to keep in mind the fact that this song is what I believe to be quite good music. I would say, if not maybe the best in the series, but I'm sure that's up to debate with some people. So we're steadily reducing the creeper. Get some more blasters. We should probably get some more tech domes going. Alright, so one emitter is going to be covered now. I'll just have you below or above the emitter for now. I believe this game has the capping technology from the first. That's definitely a good thing. At least personally, I like the capping because then you don't have to deal with the emitters too much. First we'll get packet speed again, never mind. It's about to be there. Alright, careful. Let these blasters move forward. Yeah, we have one black tile there. Or one tile in the fog of war that is just probably just there to annoy me. It's unfortunate. I placed it like look at that. Wow. Okay. It's fantastic. Of course we get this nullifier down. And yeah, it's good to go. So usually I either build 5 of these or 10 of these. There's technically no limits, but of course they do take up energy every so often. That needs to be supplied. The beacons do so as well, so it's good to just have a bit. It's good to just have a couple of them, but not a bunch. Alright, so that was day 4. Let's go to day 5, the Maxia Choice. What was CENTCOM's response to your report on the remnants we found? Their response was a protracted silence, after which they cut the feed. Why would they do that? I don't know, Varro, but I don't like it. What's the situation planetside? Commander Farston was charged with his standard planetary scrub here on Maxia. Apparently his ship's packet construction lathes failed, and he was forced to abandon the mission. Our job is to take up where he left off. Commander Farston built his structures in a valley beneath some elevated creeper. Foolish, if you ask me. I advise using that maker to create a blanket of anti-creeper on top of the shields. What? Oh, okay. Sound advice, Varro. There are a number of crystals buried underneath the planet's surface. We can retrieve these to boost the ship's energy levels. Is there anything else? One thing, although our systems haven't been cleared for shield technology, I've been able to reverse engineer the schematic from the shields Farston built. Shields block the flow of creeper and anti-creeper, but units and packets can pass freely through them. Keep in mind that creeper will eventually dissolve our shields, so it's best to consider them a temporary defense. And that holocube on the scanners? Probably just a message from Farston outlining what we should do and when we should do it. You know what he's like. Might be worth checking out anyway. Certainly. Alright, so let's take a view of this map. We got emitter there, we got remnants over here. And we've got a emitter here that's about to be exposed due to the cable terrain. So as it was mentioned, we also have these crystals. As you can see, they are worth 250 points and provide 100 energy. The red ones provide 60. And the green ones provide 100, okay. The red ones only cost 10 to get, so let's go for those first. Of course, this maker is here. Of course, we also have this remnant and holocube right next to us, so let's get those. This is going to be giving us a lot to start out with. Let's just keep it at 1 for now. Put those up. Do as we were told. Claim those crystals. Commander, we've recovered the holocube. The message it contains is encrypted with an alpha-level security algorithm. Without the access code, it could take years to decrypt. I'll take it privately. I think I might have the credentials. Right away, Commander. Holocube recording. Commander, apologies for delivering a message in this way. I asked Commander Farston to leave this holocube here for you to find right before the equipment failure that caused him to be recalled. I've long suspected that the command console is withholding vital information from me, information concerning Aliana's death. Aliana had long suspected that there might be anomalies in the creeper's behavior. Things just didn't seem right to her over the last couple of years. She didn't have any hard evidence, but there were too many small things showing up on the scans of one world and then another. One of those worlds was UC-1004, and as we found yesterday, she wasn't wrong. Next, we all know the story of Aliana's mission. She was on one of the first pilot missions to gather data and test a new nullifier tech. During this mission, her rift engine spiked, which caused the emitters on the planet to pulse emit Creeper, as is the reflex. The Creeper flooded her position before her rift engines could come online. You know the rest. But Commander, what I could never explain is why Aliana never got a message back to command. We have her ship's logs, but nothing from her. The official position is that she was too overwhelmed trying to save her ship to send a message. I asked you, did you ever know Aliana to be overwhelmed? Ever? Or she was always bigger and better than everything. Dex, I think she did get a message out, and I think the council received it and has buried it, and I intend to find the truth. By the gods, I'll have my answer. The Creeper couldn't stop me 30 years ago, and some fool council won't stop me now. Commander, by the time you receive this message, I'll already be engaged with the council, showing them the evidence you retrieved from UC-1004. Dax, I'm asking you to violate your orders and rift directly to UC-1339. You leave Maxia. This world, more than others, was one Aliana had been watching. Perhaps UC-1339 will hold more surprises to sway the council to give up what they know. Abraxis out. Alright. We'll see. Now let's use up all this energy I've stored now. Alright, wonderful. Let's produce double time. Get a beacon up here. Let's actually put it the right way up. Or right way down. Actually, destroy those reactors because they're going to be in the way in the future. And get these crystals. Wonderful. Some creepers coming down on the makers, so let's get some weapons going. Keep building. Okay. Wonderful. Put those blasters there now. Head for that emitter on the top. Of course, let's get these tech domes down. Try and set up a efficient way of getting reactors going. So we got even more remnants, so we'll just set this to 4 times now. And also make a maker or 2 here. So just utilize all that quickly. Okay. This is ideal, so let's also get that ore. Alright, move on forward. We'll save up our technology now. We'll build 6 more of those tech domes. I believe we can afford some more blasters as well. Right. Cool. Let's move up with these blasters. Usually you don't want to build reactors so close to the front lines because they can get in the way. I'm just going to begin assaults as well. I think that's enough reactors for now. And we'll get some fire rate going. These makers down. Get some packet speed. We'll leave a blaster here and move everyone else. Or not. Let's try that again. That's good. That nullifier is good to go. Let's set this last blaster here. Push up these makers. So we didn't even have a shield dissolve on us. Very nice. They do have a lot of health, considering they only cost 5. And blasters only have 5 health, even though they cost 25, so I guess they're offensive units, so. Get attack range now. just keep moving these makers forward. Of course, if there is a unit in Creeper, they will not receive any packets to a certain point. If they're too deep in the Creeper, they will not receive packets anymore because, well, the packets can't pass through a Creeper. And yeah, it can be quite the problem. Because I just blast your part. I'm not even gonna bother with the makers here. Of course, we want our packet speed because we are running out of ammo for the blasters. Alright, we're out. We're out of ore from that remnant. But we should be done anyway. Alright, perfect. We'll also fast forward. So of course, it's quite noisy when it's faster. Sound is amplified when there are more units firing. That's the end of the Maxia Choice. Alright, so let's move on to Day 6, Chaos. Alright, we're still doing obliteration. Commander, we've arrived at UC 1339. I hope you know what you're doing. Deviating from mission parameters is a very serious offense. Wait a minute. This can't be. Varro, what is it? Varro? This can't be right. Commander, the ship isn't detecting the carrier's signal for rift space. Hold on. We're on a diagnostic. The rift scope is functioning correctly. It's like rift space no longer exists. We're marooned. Steady, Lieutenant. Let's work with what we have. Scan the old subspace channels for any signals or transmissions. Those channels haven't been used in thousands of years. Still, it's worth a try. Give me a moment to recalibrate the sensor array. Anything? Commander, emitting a signal. It's got a NHA identification tag. Patching it to your screen. Subspace message. Attention all agents of the New Human Alliance. This is Admiral Abraxis. Do not attempt to return to Colony Prime. I repeat, do not attempt to return to Colony Prime. Fast waves of Creeper from over 1,000 source worlds are approaching Colony Prime. We estimate that contact with the foremost waves will occur in less than 28 hours. All agents of the New Human Alliance are ordered to find and assist any scattered survivors, but do not return to Colony Prime, even if you regain access to Rift Space. Though all may seem lost, do not lose hope. Do not lose hope, and always remember your duty. May the gods be with us all. Abraxis out. That's it, Dax. After this, the message loops. Are we going to inform the crew? They have a right to know Varro, but let's do it after the mission. I need their full attention on the task at hand. Oh, hello, Creeper. Certainly. Can have. Oh wait, this is just It's just yeah. Let's just mine that for you real quick. Maybe I just will touch the reactors though, unfortunately. Whatever. Evidently, we will be fine. So of course here we see a hollow cube and tech for the mortar, from the looks of it. So once that creeper passes, we'll deactivate this for now. Go for the gems. So for now, full attention on the crystals because they do provide us energy that we can utilize. That one, sorry. Just mine all the rest of this. Also, I'll just pause for a bit here as we just raise our APM here. Okay. Dig all this out, dig that out. And also dig that out, I guess. Put a beacon where that last green crystal is. Chaos. I'll destroy that reactor. Oh, that's more like it. So we're ready to utilize all the crystals. Just using our own energy pretty much now. So now we need some makers. We'll reactivate this blaster. Wrong number. Alright, reactor is going up. We'll start collecting those when we can. Produce 4x, please. Go down a bit. We're full. Have some blaster support. Can also just dig this up. When we head towards the emitters. Support. I don't know, we'll go with 4 makers, why not? Alright. Strange. What is it, Varro? This holocube contains various media, mainly music and documentaries from before the Great Exodus. How could it have gotten here? I've given up on believing in coincidences. Run a complete analysis on the holocube. Nothing. Hold on, we've got a hit. The Visio numeric filter has decrypted a set of 13 numbers, coded in signal. Strange thing is that 12 of these numbers are the exact frequency we use to access rift space. And the final number? A subtle variation on the 13th frequency. Added those frequencies into the rift scope. Rift space. It's back. But that's impossible. Rift space is part of the physical universe. It's governed by the laws of physics. I know, Varro. Changing the frequencies used to access rift space would be the same syncing with the value of pi or the gravitational constant. Taking all this rather well, the demotion of the laws of physics to mere guidelines. Eliana once confided in me that she believed the creeper might not have been acting alone. She thought there could have been some other agent acting in concert with the creeper 30 years ago. If the creeper did have an ally, he launched for a campaign against the creeper may have forced his hand. A lot better time to strike. The majority of the NHA fleet is off-world. Simultaneously reactivating the creeper and disabling our access to rift space puts the NHA in a perilous situation. Seems too concerted to be coincidental? I agree. Head up to engineering and see if you can rig up a subspace transmitter from spares. We need to get these frequencies back to Colony Prime. Will do, Commander, but I should point out that even with the new frequencies, we won't be able to do much more than rift jump into rift space and pop out at some random worlds. It could take months to recalibrate the rift engine to properly use the new frequencies. Commander, these are the schematics for the launcher. I have taken the liberty of integrating them into our systems. This launcher is especially effective against dense concentrations of creeper. Schematics for a contemporary weapon system on an uncolonized world. How could this be? Perhaps Admiral Abraxis launched it in a probe before rift space was disabled. Perhaps the gods pity us. Perhaps an old ally of ours has entered the fray. Perhaps. It's all speculation. I suppose we should wait on that for now. While we still build more. Build another beacon here. Alright, got those nullifiers in place. These beacons are not set properly, so let's all do that. Alright, so the makers are now set up properly. I should just use up all the ore we have from the remnants now. Sort of waiting on okay. Just get to the center then. Start using these launchers, as they call them. And now we're getting to the louder parts of the game. We're also gonna move the ship somehow. So I don't feel like researching packet speed anymore. It's the decreased cost in unit production. So we'll build a 2 more launchers, I think will suffice. Oh, this is 5 wide? Yeah. Alright. That's okay. Eventually. Keep that symmetry going. Of course, we're using up most of our energy, and we're not really threatened by the creeper in this case. I just use the Liberation ship as the last beacon. I'll try and lower this. Well, actually, I don't think I can. Oh, I can't lower it there, but... Right, that should be fine. We won't be able to hear the music because of this, unfortunately, but... Well, we are getting to that noisier part of the game where most of the launchers will be firing at the same time, amplifying the same noise. Try and maintain some sort of symmetry here. I'll do reactor efficiency just so I have enough energy. I can just disarm the launchers at this point. Wow. That should be the end of this one. The end of chaos. And I believe that is all the time we have currently. So, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Wherever you are, have a wonderful day or night. And I will see you in the next episode. Farewell for now.